All right, welcome to UFC 314 post Faceoff recap. We are going to watch these live and react and then recap our final card. I don't think much is going to change, to be honest. We are loaded up on this card, and so we're gonna most likely stick with what we have. There may be some interesting plays. We're gonna think about it, and we're gonna recap it at the end. Now, my last video got taken down, so we're going to have a disclaimer here. So the reason why I'm doing that, last video got taken down, I guess I got to figure out what it is. I think it's just not having a disclaimer. So there you go, guys. But I will say the disclaimer is true. I mean, I didn't know I had to say it. I kind of say it in my videos anyways, but don't make wagers if you can't lose the money. That's the fastest way to lose your money. Because when you have to have it, you usually don't get it. Universe don't work like that. Betting gods don't work like that. Betting definitely involves risk. We are trying to make it more calculated. That's where the word calculated risk comes from. We want to calculate our odds, compare them to the betting lines, and place our bets. I am not making locks of the week. I am not that kind of bettor. I am a math bettor. I like to find statistical edges and find value and place my bets. Am I always right? No. But even the greatest hedge fund manager in the world isn't right every time. So no matter what, always rule number one, have a bankroll. Be willing to lose the bankroll. It's there to make money. And like the old saying goes, you got to spend money to make money. So there you go, guys. That's my little disclaimer. I'm going to probably have that in all the videos I do. At least I'm going to have it in the description. We'll see if that works. For the first few here, after getting that video taken down, I'm going to put it in there. Maybe I'll speed it up really fast so the disclaimer comes in and out. But it's going to be there. I do want to make sure that my videos stay up because in the end, the point of this channel is to give you guys information. And if I spend time putting together the videos, I don't want them taken down. So let's jump into it and let's watch these live. All right. First fight of the night, Nora Cornell versus Haley Cowan. This is one we got early. We have Cornell at a 76% chance. I do not like that she missed weight. It seems to mean that people ended up putting money on her because the line is going up on Cornell. So maybe it's going to be an advantage, and I'll love it. But I just never like to see the fighter struggling on the scale. We don't know how that affects them. It does, put doubt into the 76%. But at the same time, Haley Cowan is not a very active fighter. She's decent on the lower level, but Nora Cornell is making a run here. She is working her way up. Here she comes. We'll see what she looks like in the face-off with Haley. She looks fine now. Obviously, she's rehydrated, but she was looking real rough on the scales. We have 6.6 units on Cornell. Got a grill there. 6.6 to win 4. And we have a 2-unit parlay on her and Alexander Volkanovski. We'll recap the totals at the end. Haley Cowan, I knew she had a little bit of a height advantage there. That's okay. No worries. Hug it out. Probably talking about the weight miss. And we're all Gucci, man. Tresean Gore, Marco Tulio. Tulio steps up here. Relatively new fighter. Obviously, a lot of hype on him. The line is getting out of control, though. You can get Tresean Gore at plus 330. I'm showing 8.7 percentage points of value on that. And so if this keeps climbing, we may have to sprinkle a little. I've started to really like fights that are 10 percentage points or more in value because there's been a lot of value on these recent cards. But, I might sprinkle here live. Yeah, Gore's not that much smaller. It's going to be a good fight. He shouldn't be a plus 330. I will say that. So there could be a sprinkle here on Gore. He's got the experience advantage. All right, this next one here with Mitch Raposo and Sumadarji. We have Mitch Raposo, and we got the best of the line on it. We have 3 units on Mitch Raposo at plus 171. That's to win 5.12. He's down to a plus 120. And so at a plus 120, there's still value. I'm giving him, I think, a 57% chance, 58% chance of beating Sumadarji. Raposo needs a win here. Let's see. Height is with Sumadarji, but I've heard a lot about the wrestling. Raposo has underrated wrestling. I think he knows he can get in and get those takedowns. Of course, he could get knocked out as well, but he's been tough in there, so I'm taking Raposo. 3 units to win 5.12. All right. Cedriquez Dumas and Michael Oleandrzejczyk. Interesting. I thought Dumas was going to be taller. My line's showing some value. I like Oleandrzejczyk here, especially with the striking. Not at that line, though, so we're going to pass. Next one here, Julian Erosa versus Darren Elkin. Originally showed value. Elkin opened to plus 350. There were a few misses here for me. Should have taken Bryce Mitchell, had value on him, but I thought money would come in on John Silva. Complete opposite happened. Same thing here with Darren Elkin. And the one where I thought money would come in on the other side, I thought Jim Miller would get money as the veteran. Big step up here for Chase Hooper, but nope. So too late on Darren Elkin, I would say. I think the line's like a plus 250, plus 225. I'm just not going to bet it. I think Erosa gets the win. But there you go. Value on Elkin still. Not putting Erosa, not putting him at that big number. All right, this is the one that we got a lot riding on this. Not in terms of units bet on, but units to win. We have 2 units on Jim Miller. Worst possible line, though. You can get Jim Miller at plus 750. If you're sitting around and you want a dog play, Jim Miller is going to fight for your money, and that's all you can ask for at a plus 750. What a crazy line. I don't understand it one bit. Of course, Chase Hooper will have the height advantage here, but I think we got to throw all that out the window and say Jim Miller's a dog, and he's not done yet. Yan Xiaonan versus Jandiroba. No value either side. Line is good. Not sure what we're going to see here. Originally leaned Yan Xiaonan. Yan Xiaonan's a little bigger. Just leaned her at the plus money because I think this fight is 50-50. It's grappler, striker. We'll see. Sean Woodson versus Dan Ige. This is the one that I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I already bet Sean Woodson at a plus 140, 1 unit to win 1.4 units. He's now a minus 185. And if there were more units, I would hedge it, collect the profit. I don't know how much I'm interested in collecting a very small amount of profit. Dan Ige is going to have a massive size disadvantage here. And in this case, I mean, I think that Dan Ige has as much chance of beating Sean Woodson as Jim Miller has of beating Chase Hooper, but the lines couldn't be any different. Massive height disadvantage. Dan Ige is always a little small. Woodson's always huge. And so that's, to be honest, I'll either stick with it, or if Ige gets crazy, I'll just take the money from the Sean Woodson and just dump it in on Ige, which will either, guarantees no loss, free roll on Ige, but nothing yet. This next one here, Dominic Reyes versus Nikita Krylov. I actually like Krylov now. Money coming in on Reyes. Krylov's down to a minus 158. There's a slight amount of value on him there. I have him a 65% chance of winning. I think he's getting a little underrated here because he hasn't fought in a long time. The name isn't as big as Reyes, and so there's money coming in on Reyes. I just haven't been super impressed with who Reyes has beat recently, And I do think that Krylov can make it a dogfight. So I lean Krylov at minus 158, but no play on that. Not enough value. This next one is probably going to be a just watch and enjoy I will. Jan Silva versus Bryce Mitchell. I love both of these guys. I love that they're both nuts in their own way. It's fantastic. They're both great fighters in their own way. I should have bet Bryce Mitchell at plus 260. He's down to a plus 175. I had value at plus 260. I even have value at plus 175. But something about Jan Silva. Well, I'm not getting the better line now, so the line's worse. I don't necessarily love Bryce Mitchell at plus 175, but there is still value. I like the fact that I've already seen the face-off between these two at the press conference, and Mitchell's taller. So he's going to be, if he can physically out-wrestle him, he's got this. But then he could also get knocked out like he did against Josh Emmett. So it's going to be a watch, have a good time, and enjoy. It's going to be fun, though. I'm looking forward to this fight more than any other fight, I would say, and I don't even have a bet on it. Patricio Pitbull versus Yair Rodriguez. I show no value on either side. I already know Yair Rodriguez is going to have the height, the reach. Pitbull has experience, high level. I think Yair wins, but I want nothing to do with putting money on this fight. And so there you go. We'll see how they face off in terms of height, but I think we already know what it is. But I wouldn't count Pitbull out either because he's always got a bit of a height disadvantage. Yeah, much shorter. But it'll be a fun fight to watch. I'll enjoy it. Here we go. Patty the Batty. You know, if that line keeps going down, we might have to put money on Patty, but no value here. Minus 150 for Patty, plus 130 for Chandler. Money coming on Chandler. Step up in competition for Patty. Chandler, is he on his way out? This is a coin flip. My metrics show coin flip. Everything about this coin flip. And I don't like coin flips. I like weighted coin flips. I like where I'm getting value, and I'm not. So let me just enjoy it. And I will. I like Patty a lot. I don't really care about Chandler. I'm going to just root for Patty. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be all gas, no brakes. The main event of the evening, and boy, do we have a bet here. We got Volkanovski everywhere you can have him. I know what we're going to see on the face-off, height, reach. Maybe we see something. I don't go by the eyes like, oh, his eyes are tougher, stronger. I like that Volkanovski, I like the intangibles in this. I like that it's a massive step up for Diego. I like that Volkanovski has taken this more seriously than the last two. He knows he can't lose here. Now, I am interested, though, because this year we've had a lot of ex-champions who are no longer champion with that number one contender label getting beat. Leon Edwards being one of them. Diego, bigger, taller. But Alexander Volkanovski has that dog in him. And I give him a 70% on my metrics based on the advanced rating. So we will be going with Volkanovski. We currently have on Volkanovski 3 units on the parlay to win 4.74 with Nora Carnell. And we have 2.8 to win 2 units on Volkanovski at a combined minus 140. He's currently sitting at a minus 150. So interesting stuff there, guys. I would leave it at that. Not adding anything. I will say we did end up adding on Jim Miller, and I'm going to go into the recap right now. All right, let's recap UFC 314 final bets after the face-offs. Nora Cornell, 6.6 units to win 4 units at a minus 165. Lines now minus 185. Still like her there. Give her a 76% chance. Some uncertainty got thrown in when she missed weight, but she looked fine in the ceremonial weigh-in, so she's rehydrated. I think she'll be all right. Mitch Raposo, plus 171, 3 units to win 5.12 units. We beat that line movement. It's now at a plus 120. So we're happy with that. We're going to ride with it. Alexander Volkanovski, minus 140, 2.8 units to win 2 units. Currently sits at a minus 150. And we like it at this number because we have the parlay with Volkanovski and Cornell. 3 units to win 4.74 at a plus 158. Then we got Jim Miller. We did not beat the line movement here. We have a combined plus 430. We bet him at plus 350. We've bet him every time he's gone up, except this last time. He's currently at a plus 750. I don't know what I'm missing here. A little worried that, the line is going up so much. I don't understand it, but we've seen it before. So I'm not too worried. I still like the bet. I mean, no matter what, bet him at plus 750. What do you have to lose? You need him to win about 15% of the time to make a good profit. So we have him higher than that. We have him closer to 60-40. And I like Jim Miller here. He always comes out strong as a dog. And so 2 units to win 9.17, but you guys can get it much better, and I would recommend that. Sean Woodson, plus 140. We beat this line movement. We crushed it. I think I'm just going to ride with it. It'll be a nice little play here. 1 unit to win 1.4. Definitely wished I put more on it, but all I would have done at that point is just played back in full, collected the profit on Dan Ige. But with it only being a unit, we'll just ride with it. Let's profit this 1.4 and be proud that we got ahead of it, but there is no value on Sean Woodson at a minus 185. So not much anyone can do with that one, but plenty to do with Jim Miller. You could still get Volkanovski. You could still get Cornell. And I still do have value on Mitch Raposo at the plus 171. So I take him out that as well. That's the recap, guys. We got 18.4 units out. That's a lot of units. A lot riding on Cornell and Volkanovski, though. And then a couple of short dogs and a big dog with Jim Miller. So I like it. We're going into this with a lot of confidence, and I think we're going to have a great night. So let's do it, guys. Let's have a great UFC 314. I'm going to be live streaming the prelims, not the main event, but the prelims, and we're going to be placing live bets. So join me there and join me at the window.